Israel is on the offensive and going all out to eliminate Hamas terrorists. Israel has struck down key Hamas infrastructure in Gaza, including senior Hamas operative and the headquarters of Hamas unit, Nakba. The Israel Prime Minister has said that every Hamas member is a dead man. Reports have also come in which are saying that Israeli military is preparing for ground operations and is waiting for a nod from the politicians, viewers. So what we see right now is the latest updates coming in. And a short while back, Israeli president also made a plea to the world, insisting that Israel is preparing for an extensive military campaign against Hamas. The Israeli president shared about what's happening in Israel, saying that the entire nation is grieving and the tragedy has inflicted almost every home in Israel. We also saw Benjamin Netanyahu speaking a short while back. Let's play out that reaction of Benjamin Netanyahu.
אנחנו נלחמים בכל העוצמה, בכל החזיתות. עברנו להתקפה. כל איש חמאס הוא בן מוות. חמאס זה דאעש, ונרסק ונחסל אותו, כפי שהעולם ריסק וחיסל את דאעש.
So viewers, we're getting these top updates coming right now. And Republic TV is reporting in the war zone. Republic TV's Alisha and Gursimran are getting us top details and the situation from ground. This is a report filed by my colleague Gursimran.
By the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the people of India, those who have stood firmly with the people of Israel at the time when the Israel needed the moral support the most. Because when we were in Delhi and we spoke to the ambassador of Israel to India, he said in the very clear terms that we are capable enough to fight wars, no matter it is on a single front, on a double front or on multiple fronts. But what we need is a moral support from the countries who are from the society that has no space for the violence. So India was the one of the first that stood up with Israel. The Prime Minister came out with a tweet. He even spoke to the head of the Prime Minister of Israel, and he has, without mincing the words, made it very clear that there is no space for terrorism in the present society. So that's why the people and the top brass of the government of Israel, they are thankful to the government of India and also the people of India. And yes, the government and the people, they have stood by what is right. It is not about supporting the Israel, it is about supporting what is right. The situation is volatile, there's no doubt to it when it comes to the northern borders, because the Hezbollah group and the Palestinian jihadis, they have become pretty active in that area. They are not only resorting to firing the missiles into the territory of Israel, but also what we have seen is that they are pushing the terrorists into the area. They are also pushing the hostile aircrafts into the area which falls under the jurisdiction of Israel. So apart from this, what also we are getting to know that today is going to be very important day, as the unity government is expected to be formed today, in which the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, will be there, along with Benny Gantz, who happens to be the former defense minister and a senior bureaucrat, because the leader of opposition has not shown his interest to be part of this unity government. But yes, the most important thing remains that the war cabinet that has been formed by the along with two advisors, one defense minister and the prime minister himself, that will look into the key decisions that are to be taken with respect to the war that broke out with the terrorists of Hamas. So you can take one thing from the all the decisions that have been taken. Even the legislations all have been suspended, and only the legislations which are linked to the war, they will only be taken up in the parliament of Israel. So this is actually what the situation remains. That means in the days to come, maybe today or tomorrow, we are going to witness some more hard steps that will be taken by the Israel side against the terrorists of Hamas. And this, if not be restricted to Hamas only, then we may say a multi-front war in Israel, where the other side is Hezbollah group that is operating from the Lebanon. On this side is the Hamas terror group that is operating from the land of Gaza. And the third important thing is the Egypt front that Israel has opened, because yesterday we saw a missile that was launched by the the IDF landed at a connectivity point that was for the exchange of goods between the Egypt and the Gaza Strip. So this is something very important, and now it has to be seen what strategy Israel comes up with to tackle this 41 kilometer by 12 kilometer area that is a densely populated area. And because see, the kills count will go on, that is very sure, because there are many leaders of Hamas. Even as we speak, we are getting to know that some more leaders of Hamas have been targeted by the IDF in the Gaza Strip. So these informations kept on coming, but the death toll yesterday evening post 6 when it was shared, it was for the first time that the daily death count of the Hamas terrorists was more than the people in Israel, because earlier what we saw that the death count was increasing on the Israel side.
Confirmation that how many hostages are still been stuck, but yes, there are the constant a message that has been given by the Israel to the Gaza, clearly to the Hamas terrorists, clearly mentioning that if there are any the people who have been stuck, you need to evacuate them, you need to leave them as of now. So but we have been reporting very near to the Gaza border, and as we show you the visuals, there are many of the cars that has been broken up after the missile that was launched, and just because of the explosion that we have been continuously hearing. But what we know that there was also a meeting that happened yesterday, specifically as far as the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and the National Party Unity Party leader has announced an agreement on Wednesday to establish an emergency wartime government after Hamas launched assault on Israel on early Saturday that claimed the life of over 1,200 Israeli, which is known to be a single deadliest day in the country's history. But what is also, we know that even Israel has started its retaliation, and now there are more than 1,500 people who have lost their life, who have been killed in Gaza. So now the retaliation has been started, and what is also very important to know, because since last night we have been hearing the constant explosion, the missile that has been fired, the rocket that has been fired, but it has been intercepted by Israel as well.